Divine Collective. Spirit says that somebody needs your help getting out of a dysfunctional relationship. But also, Spirit said that that's none of your business. Okay. Whatever this is, something's been going on for far too long. And your spirit team could be warning you that somebody is going to ask for your help. You need to really pray about this. I just heard, don't let the devil cross your threshold. So somebody might want to move in with you. Somebody might, just want you to help them in a situation that has been dysfunctional for far too long. I just heard that's none of your business. You need to leave that alone. But pray about it, fast over it, see what spirit wants you to do, because somebody really does need your help in a dysfunctional situation. Yeah, I just heard it's been like that. So that's nothing new. Okay, somebody needs your help. Somebody needs your eyes on a situation so that you can give them your perspective. But it's not for any reasons other than the fact that they're not taking anybody else's advice. It's like somebody telling you all of what's going bad in their life, and then you offer them suggestions, because why else would they be telling you? But somebody doesn't take the advice. I see this card coming out first, exiled in the reverse. Yeah, that's enough. Okay, so listen, welcome to Spiritual Court TV. If you're new, how you doing? Peace be with you. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom, paz, and blessings. And if you're returning back, peace be with you. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom, paz, and blessings. Remember to take what resonates, y'all, okay? Don't let these readings drive you crazy. They are for educational, spiritual reasons, with the hopes that we can see these stories and decide how to make wiser decisions. But some of these decisions have already been etched in stone. And I feel like that's why Spirit doesn't want you to get involved in some type of mess, okay? Between two lovers, okay? They're both stalking each other, okay? So you got exiled in the reverse. Somebody's not ready to let go of some type of drama. They might act like they are, but they're not really ready to let go. This is somebody that's like, I'm leaving this time. I'm for real. Yeah, but you've been there for 15 years. Y'all been together for 20 years. You've been leaving for the last 10 years. Yeah, don't call me. Don't get me involved in that. That's what I just heard. I'm speaking on behalf of the collective by way of spiritual court counsel. Yeah, something like that. The Four of Pentacles and the King of Swords energy. Something about keeping your peace. Somebody wants your expertise. Nobody's holding these grown people together. Nobody's holding anybody back. But when you go through stuff like this for too long, it gets very, very toxic. That's what I just heard. Clarify. Somebody needs your help. They're not ready to let go of something though. This is somebody who's really insecure. Okay. This could also be a financial situation. Maybe somebody's not ready to live without somebody's money. Okay. Temperance energy. Something about bringing balance. This is the kind of person that projects all their problems onto you, and then they go right back to the same situation and they feel better because they feel like they dumped all their problems on you. And then they return back to a dysfunctional situation, or at least that's the case here. Yeah, this person is off the chain. Somebody's a whole liar. Ace of Swords in a reverse, I'm going to really leave this time. That's what I just heard. Four of Swords. They're very lazy. They don't want to do anything. I feel like if this person leaves, whoever this person is, in real time, they're going to have to do more when it comes to money, and they don't want to really get up and do too much of what they're already doing. Somebody's comfortable, unfortunately, in an unfortunate situation. The Four of Swords. Yeah, the Eight of Cups. Okay, so somebody's walking away. Somebody might just walk away. Clarify this situation. Or somebody wants somebody to walk away. Yeah, they're not going anywhere. The Fool in the reverse. It's somebody that's addicted to their dysfunctional situation. That's sad. Ten of Swords. Somebody is like treating them like crap. Honestly, Ten of Swords is like very disrespectful, blatantly obvious, doing things in their face, not even hiding what they're doing to each other. Two very like wounded people, trauma bonded. So why do they need to involve the collective? Look, the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody doesn't have the money to walk away, and they've predicated their life, they've built their life around this person's finances. Somebody can't financially walk away from somebody, but they're not really trying to anyway. With the Four of Pentacles, they don't have enough saved to do so. Clarify this person. Clarify, you need help. Page of Pentacles. Yeah. Capricorn energy, Knight of Swords energy, air energy. There's some type of conversation or argument And the Five of Pentacles, I can't make this up. If somebody walks away from the other person, then they're going to be in poverty. This could be something that somebody is holding over somebody's head. So somebody in the relationship is doing magic. Okay, now we're getting to the nitty gritty. Now we're getting to the rooter and the tutor. Yeah, I just heard, don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you. Okay, well, somebody could be walking away. But yeah, somebody in this relationship did magic. So that's really what they're fighting about, and everything is going crazy. Okay, so why do they need our help? Why do we need to know this? The Ten of Wands, they're stressed out about a living situation. Okay, this is like a stressful environment. People could be arguing. There could be strife. The police might even get called. The Ten of Cups is something involving a situation. These people have been doing this for a long time. Yeah, I don't know why somebody would try to involve the collective in this energy. Why are you trying to get me and my kindred soul tribe? Yeah, because you got exposed. Five of Wands in the reverse. This person is off the chain. They lost something that they're not able to do anymore. The Five of Wands in the reverse is like strife, fighting, backfire. Somebody's trying to rage bait somebody. Somebody's not falling for it. And somebody actually could be walking away. Somebody did some type of magic to try to stop somebody from walking away. What's the Ten of Cups? It's a living situation. There's communication about a house, a living situation. This could be a 3-day notice for somebody to vacate the premises. Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands energy. Okay, with the Ten of Cups, what's going on? The Nine of Swords. Oh man, somebody got something going on. Somebody was like, it's a lot going on. What's the Queen of Wands and Queen of Cups? What's that energy, Holy Spirit? You got two women, a third party situation. Somebody was cheating. Somebody couldn't decide. Somebody was cheating with two women, three women. Somebody's got friends with benefits. And whoever this woman is or man at home, it's a woman at home. Okay. So the woman that's saying, I'm leaving this time is a woman. Okay. And she's not going anywhere. She's not going anywhere. Somebody could be 45 years old or 54. Okay. What's going on here? Knight of Cups. This is a younger guy, but he's cheating left and right. There could be a really huge age gap. And somebody's not even hiding what they're doing. The Chariot, somebody's in and out of the house. It's very dysfunctional, very disrespectful. The Five of Cups, this has somebody sad and depressed, but they don't want to leave a situation. So this is rooted in insecurity. Somebody feels like this is the best that they can do. What's going on here, Spirit? Yeah, the Three of Wands. They're thinking about leaving, but they're coming out on the fence. Emotionally on the spectrum. What's going on? You acting slow now, like you don't know how this thing plays out. And you want somebody to come in and help you and put eyes on your situation where you're not ready to leave this dysfunctional situation. You've accepted your circumstances. Who is this? A karmic feminine? Yeah, Three of Swords in the reverse and the Two of Wands in the reverse. Somebody has done magic over this person. Show me the guy in this situation. It's a young guy, and baby, he is out there planting his seed. He's sleeping with a little bit of everything. Seven of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. This person has friends. Planting his seed, honey. He's very sexually active. And this could be an older woman. Somebody could be 32, 33, and somebody could be like 45 or 54. Hell, I don't know. It's a really big age gap. And somebody's showing how immature they are. But this is a young guy who's not done sowing his wild oats. But they've been doing this for a while. So when did you meet him? When he was 23? 10 years? I don't know. Somebody's been with somebody for a minute, but somebody was doing magic, okay? And the Nine of Swords, they're being exposed for being jealous. So the reason why they're allowing this man to cheat is because they feel insecure. They feel like they're too old. They don't want to get back out there. But it's so dysfunctional. It's like this guy is really doing whatever the hell he wants to do. The Ace of Swords in the reverse. And whoever this person is that's asking for your help, they're not ready to leave this situation. I just wouldn't get involved. I'm ready to go. This is somebody that wants to call you and complain with no change behavior. Like, girl, you ain't going nowhere. Girl, you know what he did? No, click. We're not even lending our ear to that. If you want to leave, you're going to leave. If you want to go, you're going to go. Don't blame it on the children. Yeah, somebody is jealous of somebody else that's younger. This person could be like whoever this woman is, not to put her on blast, but I just got to say it like it is. And maybe this is how she needs to hear it. She's really preoccupied with the women that he's cheating with that are the same age as him. They're young, they're supple, they're fertile, it's like, girl, listen, I mean, I don't know what else to say here. Yeah, clarify what's going on with you. Somebody needs your help. They need your help. They know that you're sweet. They know that you're compassionate. You're somebody that has great intuition. But what good is it giving somebody advice if they're not going to take it? Like, don't waste my time. What is this? Clarify. Yeah, you shocked that we not there for you. We're not coming to show up to a shit show that's been going on for the last umpteenth amount of years. It's a no. Why do people think that you're obligated to be in their bullshit with them when they don't want to change anything? This person did magic. I'm telling you, this person did magic. This is really what this is about. This is not just a situation where somebody needs a helping hand. Somebody did magic, it backfired on them, and now the relationship is messed up. Tried to bind this young guy, now he cheating on you left and right. Now you insecure, so the love spell backfired. You say you want this person to leave you alone, but you don't because you're still putting up with it. And like, he got third party after third party after third party. This person could even be allowing this man. Like, they are allowing him. You don't have to allow anybody to live their life, but it's like you're so comfortable with it. You know, when you see this person, they just slept with somebody else. This man is real belligerent. Okay. It's almost like he's throwing a tantrum. He's very provoking. It's almost like he's trying to uh, make this woman feel insecure, but her secret is darker than his because she's doing dark spell work over the whole situation. Okay. So she's really just seeing him for who he is. If he's talking to her disrespectfully, that's who he is. Yeah, you need to really believe that. This guy is showing you time and time again, but the magic backfires. So that's what's really kicking her ass. Okay, clarify. So she did some type of magic over his money, didn't want him to be with anybody else and all that. Then now she don't have no money to get away from his ass. See how that work? Quit messing with people money. Quit praying over people like that. Narcissist is somebody that don't think that they're the problem. It's somebody that'll tell you a sad story. It's three sides to the story. Only one thing is true. Okay? There's their side, there's his side, there's her side, and then there's what actually happened. But this is what she prayed for. She wanted this. This is what Spirit is saying. Mm-mm-mm. Child, this is what she wanted. She tried to steal somebody's spiritual gifts too. This is really why her life is on the spectrum of BS. Something about being in secret cahoots. She could have been working with a partner in crime. I just heard a daughter. Okay. But it's not working. This person wants to be friends. They're weird. They need to stop. They're doing magic over the whole situation. Now this person lost their gifts. So they tried to take your spiritual gifts. That's why they need your help. Because you're sweet and compassionate and you're a healer. But what they're not telling you is the backstory. They tried to take your gifts. This person has their hand in too many pots, too many irons in the fire. They got too much going on. Their man is cheating on them left and right with at least 6 to 7 women constantly in rotation and probably not even sleeping with them. The spell work has backfired. They binded this man to them. They binded this man's money because he was young, he was supple, and his penis is 2 inches from the floor. Okay, so now you got him. And now he cheating on you left and right and the spell work backfired. And you trying to figure out how to keep him and you trying to do spell work over a healer to take her gifts. And then you're also pulling at her in the ethers like you need spiritual help when really you're not going nowhere. Your magic just backfired and you don't have no gifts. And you've been doing candle magic. You need to knock it off and have a seat. Stop it. You're in the cosmic courts of heaven, being exposed. Now this person's feeling isolated and alone and abandoned. But these were the same intentions that she put out towards other people. So what seems to be the concern? So you got a witch here in an unfortunate situation, and somebody didn't know that you were this close to the supreme being. So maybe now they're rethinking their life. Well, first and foremost, you got to let that magic play out. What's the terms and conditions on that magic that you were doing? So you did a beauty spell. You wanted somebody's confidence. You want to be that one. Okay. You got to work at that in real time. You can't go stealing it. Okay. Yeah, I just heard you make things look really easy. Somebody's looking at your life and they're like, dang, you make things look really easy. Yeah, but your ulterior motives are all over the mother freaking place. You're a narcissist, for God's sake. Let's start with that. You're a freaking narcissist. We don't want to sit down with a narky poo. Hell no. You come to kill, steal, and destroy. Yeah, listen, you need to get your mental state together. But can we first tell the truth about the fact that you're doing magic over him, over divine feminine, over all the women that he's sleeping with? So you don't know how the magic is backfiring. You just know you put some bullshit out in the air. Could be coming back from anything that you did. Now you need help. This person don't want help. Be mindful of this person. This person is dangerous. Very emotionally manipulative. Didn't I just tell you? This is an opportunist. It's the kind of person that come in with a whole bunch of karma. And the minute you allow them in, you silently signed an agreement to entertain their bullshit. And then all of a sudden stuff start happening in your life. It's a no, period. No is a complete sentence. Yeah, it's a no. I'm telling you, this person is fake and phony. And something is getting worse because they've done so much magic on so many people. Somebody could be in isolation. Somebody don't want to come out the house. Somebody don't want to get up out the bed. They're lazy. They don't have any energy. Show me this person. Somebody did a love spell on the wrong person. Now they spying and watching. What you watching? Who you looking for? You looking for your next victim. That's what you're looking for. Seeing who gonna pay you attention so you can try to siphon their gifts and their energy. What's this energy over here? Somebody's watching you transmute something and stand in your power. Drugs could be involved as well. Okay, drugs is never really good in a dysfunctional situation. Overindulging and abusing drugs. What the hell is going on here? Yeah, this person is a manipulator. I can't tell nobody what to do. But if this were me and somebody asked for my help in this situation, oh yeah, no. I wouldn't even engage in the conversation because this person, their whole life, like you ever just see somebody, you like, it's always something. Like you ain't never had a good day. Every time you see them, they be like, the devil is a lot. No, that's your ass. You opening the door to the devil, man. Ain't nobody inviting the devil in like that. This person got a lot of karma on their back, mind games, manipulation, narcissists, and they still don't see the error of their ways. They're very fixed, very stubborn. Okay? They're coming off like a karmic Taurus. They're coming off like a karmic Capricorn. That's the energy that it gives me. A karmic Virgo, like in the worst earth grounded, like fixed energy, but fixed on some bullshit. Even though they see it's not working, they don't want to be wrong. Spirit says, I'm going to have to put this person by themselves. You ever seen somebody by themselves with no cast of characters? They look stupid sitting up with this here because it ain't affecting nobody but them. At some point, you're going to have to look at what you got going on and how your situation got to this point. Yeah, look, and you trash talking, you can't even afford to gossip about nobody. Show me this energy. LGBTQIA, this woman could have another woman that she fooling with. Okay. Or maybe he does. No, she has another woman. So this could be another woman that's attracted to you and she's trying to find a reason on how to introduce herself and she feels like she needs your help and she wants to start it out, start the whole connection, the friendship, relationship, LGBTQIA, if you're nasty, if you want to. She's deciding to start that out with trauma bonding. I wouldn't entertain this person if they paid me to. And I'm so serious. Something about your spiritual rank. Hell no. When you get to this level, you done so much work. Ain't nobody got time for that. That's like somebody coming in to destroy your relationship with your higher self. Like, what is that? Clear this energy, spirit. No. Yeah, this person really needs to get it together. This is what happens when you get witches that get real comfortable playing in people's energy. They think they can play with anybody. but somebody ran up on somebody that carries a lot of enlightenment, and they need your help and they want to be connected to you. And this could be an introduction by way of the spirit realm. That's the energy that I'm picking up, because I don't think you would put yourself in position to be on the receiving end of such a toxic offer for somebody that doesn't really want change behavior. There's so many layers to the story. This is the kind of person that if they come in with a story and they tell you what's going on, and if you say, well, why don't you do this? Or, well, what happened to this? They always got an excuse, and they may even get irritated because how dare you question them about their motives and what it is that they're doing in their life. Exactly. That is your white flag, red flag, whatever flag you need, the green light to walk away in mid conversation. Because how the hell you coming over with all your BS and what you got going on with this raggedy ass man that you did magic on and it's backfiring, and you get angry when somebody asks you questions about what it is that you're telling them? If you don't want me to inquire, don't bring that shit over here, because I promise you, I'll give you a final answer. I done told people straight up, like, look, you know you being stupid, right? And you know why I say it like that, y'all? Let's just keep it a buck. And I mean this from the straight bottom of my heart, for real, keeping it real. The reason I talk to people like that is because that's how I talk to myself. Period. I don't never say what I can't dish out and receive back. No. That's a complete sentence. No. Period. Final. Done. Just like that. You will not come over here with your BS. And the reason being is I've had to sit with myself and be like, look, that was dumb as hell. Get your punk ass up. I had to talk to myself. Man, I had to shake myself a couple of times. Like, girl, if you don't get your dumb ass up, didn't you see that? Get up. You don't need nobody to see that for you. You don't need nobody else's eyes on the case. You've already solved the riddle. Get your ass up. That's how you got to talk to yourself. If you like yourself, you're going to keep it real with yourself. And so when somebody comes along and they're expecting that you're going to feed into, yeah, look, Seven of Cups, they're illusions. Seven of Cups is like dream state. I'm not joining you in your nightmare. I don't want to see that with you. Like, no, It might seem a little cold and a little calculating, but I feel like somebody's always had issues and they're just going to look for the next person that's going to be there to listen to them. You're standing in your power, okay? You got to be forthright. You got to tell people the truth. Yeah, don't cross this threshold with the BS. It's peace over here, okay? I remember the other day I invited my good friend over and they heard the jazz playing in the background. And she's like, you just over here chilling in your own little private little serene. Yeah, man, I absolutely am. I'm not about to welcome any of that energy. I don't want that energy for anybody else. And I definitely don't want it for myself. But it doesn't take long for you to see whether people are serious or not about changing their situation. Because if they want change, they're going to create change. But let's get to the facts of the matter. This person did magic. You're in a peaceful state of mind, Six of Swords, serene. Some of these people don't know how you can be by yourself. Yeah, well, I don't know. Sounds like people that are afraid to be alone. That's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother type of trauma bond. But the Chariot will move on. Something about you being balanced in the shadows and the light. Yeah, all is well. You know, you don't look like what you've been through. The Magician, these people want to know, what's your magic? Well, the Most High God. What do you mean? Get out of here with that. That's a stupid question. Don't ask stupid questions. Don't do that. You got the Daughter of Cups, okay? So something could start out as a friendship or somebody's trying to offer you something, but notice the bird or the fish in the cup. It's a fishy offer. Yeah, I don't know. It's a no. Because you know your higher self is already letting you know how things are going to play out. When you're tapped in, you can read somebody's soul from a mile away. Okay? Whatever they got going on, Seven of Pentacles. I can't make this up. You know, while you're out planting seeds in your garden and watching things grow, somebody wants to come along and interrupt that. And I would not even allow that to be possible. No. Yeah, this person's under severe judgment. Big time. Big time. Stay out of the way of what people got going on. This person's under severe judgment, okay? Stay out of the way when people are under judgment from the Most High God. You're not a savior. You're not a superhero that can go save somebody from a nightmare that they keep signing up for, that they're co-creating with some low vibrational entities that they're afraid to leave behind. Get out of the way. When the lightning is about to strike, that's not smart. You got the Ace of Cups here. Okay. Yeah, I just heard, yeah, it's not a good time. Somebody come with some bullshit like it's not a good time. No. Mm-mm. Especially when you work on your life to the capacity that you're proud of yourself and only you know your story. People talk about what you've been through, but they don't know what you've been through. They think they know. They may have caught little remnants of your story, but they don't know what you've been through. Yeah, this person got a lot going on. Show me this person. Anything else, Spirit? Spirit just says, no, that's it. Why is their relationship breaking up? Why is it going awry? Because they did magic and they did breakup spells and other stuff to somebody that was really innocent that they tried to destiny swap with until that person called their power back, and then all hell broke loose in their house. And they got something real bad backfiring. It could be having them spaz out. Yeah, a little paranoia. It's their magic that backfired. People like this, you know, they can only be helped, but they have to show up for themselves first. It's that kind of energy. And however long that takes, hey, it's their life. They should be able to live it the way they want to, even if it's diabolical from the other side of the street. This does conclude this message. I love y'all. Remember to take what resonates. I'm coming back with more readings. If this resonated, or if you just liked the reading and it was educational, informational, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hype us up over here at Spiritual Court TV. And I love you. I'll see you soon. Peace be with you.